So this was a study in Finland. We'll just look at what the design was. They were aged 18 to 79. This was 2025. There were 2,150 women in this study. Actually, another data set of 2,049 women in the age group of 18 to 70 was collected via a national study. So here's the results. Contrary to expectation, women did not have orgasms that are more frequent by increasing their experience or practice of masturbation or by experimenting with different partners in their lifetime. So let's just stop there. What does that actually mean? Contrary, they were expecting that women who were having more frequent experiences of masturbation and practice or experimenting with different partners was going to help women orgasm. So the fact that that is not a predictor tells you that it's not something that's outside ourselves, right? That tells us that it's something within, whether it's internal blocks or internal access. Let's keep going. The keys to their more frequent orgasms lay in mental and relationship factors. So this goes exactly to what we were just talking about the mental factors, okay, of having the mind in the right place, right? We just talked about cognitive distraction. Now we're going to talk about what these mental factors are. So these factors and capacities included orgasm importance, sexual desire, sexual self-esteem. There it is again. We saw it in another study about the opposite of this. In fact, we saw sexual passivity in the study on cognitive distraction. Women who had more cognitive distraction had more sexual passivity. So it's almost like we're going to have to learn our way out of this, like become uncomfortable to tell our partner, I need to stop for a minute. No penetration yet. I'm not ready. Like feeling that in your body. No, I'm not ready. Or, we need to stop for a minute. And one of the best ways to actually start practicing these new behaviors is setting the container before you even start. So if you do looking at sex practice instead of the Olympics of sex, right? So each time we have sex, we just go and have this sexual, experience and then it's finished. No, this time before it begins, go into it very consciously and set a container. And by a container, what do I mean? A container meaning setting the guidelines for your experience. Okay. So and you can ask for what you want. We're not going to have any penetration in this sexual practice. I'm just giving you a hypothetical. And it's one from my own experience, actually, with a sex practice with a man that I was in sex practice with. He didn't want any kissing. This was somebody that I wasn't in a relationship. It was for practice. Now, you can do this with your partner if you're in a long-term relationship or if you're in a relationship and you say, you know what, let's set a container for the sex. And you do this right before, not the day before or 2 days before, so that it's fresh. But as the desire is rising, or before the desire rises, and you go into it with cognition, with your awareness, you set the container. These are the guidelines. These are the things that I would like. I would like to focus on just on sensation. And if it becomes too much, I want to let you know, and I'm going to ask you to stop. And he can ask for his own. You can do it. You can focus on one or the other or both during your session. So setting a container. Okay, let's keep going. So these factors and capacities include, we talked about that, orgasm importance, sexual desire, sexual self-esteem, and openness of sexual communication with partners. So we were just talking about that there's communication.